What's up, what's up? Welcome to another video with your boy Ing Vendetta. This one is a special song. This is Can You Feel My Heart? Something I got tattooed here. And right away, I know what you're saying. Oh, that's a spirit, that's Sempiternal. I know. I love both albums. So I wanted to do something that represent that I love both albums. I was super into the Bring Me the Horizon when that spirit came out. I discovered them thanks to Sempiternal. But this is not important. This is about the song. Can You Feel My Heart was such a heavy song because I didn't know the band before, right? And I was listening to Shut Up Metal. I was listening to Amelie Affliction. I was listening to Fire Dead Punch. System of a Down. I was listening to. What else was I listening to? That was years ago, bro. That was years ago. That was like around 10 years ago, right? And Bring Me the Horizon, they came in and they were destroying it. The first song I listened from them was Shadow Moses, Sleepwalking, right? So very soft song, very a soft undertone song. For example, Sleepwalking, Chasing Rainbow, and those songs were super soft. Can You Feel My Heart was really something that really got to me because just the lyrics just lyrics I'm always I'm a person that's always asking themselves question, and this lyrics were asking question. I'm somebody that always wondered a lot about things, and I was in a bad place at that time. The first song is Can You Hear the Silence? Crazy. Can you fix the broken? Those are things that I didn't feel like I was being heard. I felt broken. So Can You Feel My Heart was about a guy who's screaming to get attention, who's screaming to say, yo, I'm in pain and you don't realize it. I'm in pain and you don't realize that I need you. Can you feel my heart is can you feel how much pain I'm in, right? And just a song just the song, the lyrics in it was something that came to it because it was such an upbeat song. It was such a powerful vocal, but it was a song of crying for helps. And it's funny because, as I said, the first song I listened to them was Sleepwalking, about this is a song about drug abuse. Then the Shadow Moses, uh, tu, 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 tu. And The Shadow Moses, it was a good song, but I didn't relate to it. Chasing Rainbow, great song, I didn't relate to it. Can You Feel My Heart was the first song I related to it. I was trying to figure out what was Shadow Moses. It's been such a long time since I've listened to it that I completely forgot. But you see, this is how much Can You Feel My Heart change, because Can You Change My Heart, I still remember it. It was a song, again, I was asking question. It was a song that I just relate to. It was a song I needed at that time, you know. The other song that came right after was Drown. That was a song I was really interested in, but Drown was the very first song from That Is Spirit to come out. Can You Feel My Heart was a song I was obsessed with. And no, that's not true. That's where the first song was Throne. Cause you control me to the wall. Tomorrow I will come back, leader of the whole pack. And again, we're seeing a resurgence of Can You Feel My Heart. We're seeing a resurgence with the Giga Chad, with the memes, and I think it's so interesting that we're having a song. And there's a part of me that's very happy that we're getting the song, but there's a part of me that I feel like we're forgetting that this is about a sad person, right? Can You Feel My Heart is a question. I feel like it's the singer questioning why people aren't helping him, right? I feel like it's, for example, when you say, oh, can you hear the silence, right? He's like, wait, maybe you can help me. Those are questions that I'm gonna ask you, if you can help me. And again, a call for help when I needed help. I think a lot of the songs you're gonna listen to that you're gonna be loving. I think a lot of them has to do with what you're feeling, what emotion you're feeling at the exact moment. So, for example, and Can You Feel My Heart, right? And I said I was depressed. I was feeling very alone. So, Can You Feel My Heart came at a place. Oh my God, I was 22. I remember like yesterday. That was 7 years ago, right? No, sorry. It was 8 years ago. 7, 8 years, who gives a fuck, right? And I had lost my best friend to suicide. I lost my girlfriend. I had a good job that I got fired from. And that job, I had good friends. It was close to me. It was a really good job. And I got fired because I started drinking on the job. I was too sad. I had to drink. And I had this wonderful person I had these wonderful people in my place, and I still felt alone. We were partying, and I was putting on a brave face that everything's okay, but everything was not okay. And can you feel my heart was like, yo, how can I be partying with those people? How can I be with those people and they don't feel my pain? So it came at a time where I felt, because basically, yes, it's about a guy who is in pain, who's asking for help. It's about misunderstood. Being misunderstood. It's like, how can you not understand that I'm in pain? And also the general like visual of the video. I haven't watched a video in years, and I still remember it's people in cloaks. Is him being himself, being completely unveiled, being completely weakened, and he's seeing people in close, which is means he doesn't recognize them. You're supposed to be there for me, but you're not helping me. And it's also I feel like as much as you want to listen to the song, I don't feel like Can You Feel My Heart is a song about a guy being lonely. I really feel like it's a guy who's being surrounded by people and they're not helping. So I think it's more painful being surrounded by people that don't help than being alone in a place where they should be helping you, right? Because being alone, you can say, well, how can people help me if I'm alone? But being surrounded by people, it's more about how can people not know I'm like this? Then you start asking yourself questions. You start blaming other people, and I think blaming other people for your pain is the worst thing you can do, because you need to come from a place of healing, not a place of you need to heal. You don't. What I It's hard. It's hard because as somebody that's understand pain, as somebody that's been in pain, I understand that there's a general understanding that you wonder why you're in pain. This we saw the 5 stage of grief, right? And there's a part of you that's really wondering, why am I such in pain? Who can I blame for it? It's hard to do some self introspection and say, I need to blame myself for it. There needs to be a time where you say, look, I try blaming other people, and it doesn't work. I need to heal. And Can You Feel My Heart is, oh my god, such an amazing song, because when I listened to the song, I was in pain. I said it 4 or 5 times in this very video. In the last 7 minutes, I said it 4 or 5 times. But it's the truth. When I understood the song and why this is such a powerful thing to me, it was that I was in pain. I was feeling what it was feeling. I understood later. I understood later that it was me that had to heal, not other people that had to heal me. I had to heal myself, and all it took was time. All it took was time. Me learning to love myself. Me being able to live with myself. Me being able to say, "Hey, you're enough." And listening to the song, I still remember how I felt when I discovered the song. But also part of me that feels bad for the singer for not understanding that the way you're going is not the way you're healing, right? Can You Feel My Heart is a guy that desperately wants to heal, but it's not about a guy understanding how to heal. He's asking other people, right? And the second you ask other people, it might help you. It might make it worse better, right? And it's a sentimental song. Again, I got a tattoo for a reason, right? I got this tattoo from Bring Me the Horizon, right? And it was for the very similar reason. It was about other people, and I spent so much time blaming other people for my sadness. I spent so much time blaming people for my hurt, for my pain. I'm like, bro, why did you leave me? Why did you abandon me? Why did you commit suicide? I was asking my ex-girlfriend, why did you leave me? Why did you stay with me? I was in pain, but I wasn't being good to her. I was in pain. I was being a dick. I was not abusive, but I wasn't treating her well. I wasn't treating her with the respect she deserved, right? I took her for granted, and that's not cool. That's never cool. I took her for granted. I can admit that today. Years later, she was a really fucking. She was a really good girl. She had a big heart. To this day, I think she was a better girlfriend I never had. She was my height. She had my eyes. We were in love, yeah, and didn't treat her right. And a part of me wants to blame my pain for not treating her right. And a part of me kind of blamed her for not. This is how crazy. This is how deep it goes. Part of me wants to blame her for not being able to understand I was in pain. Part of me wants to blame her for not being able to help me in my pain. But part of me nowadays, at 30 years old, part of me understand that she didn't have to. She didn't. It wasn't on her to. It was an honor to heal me. It was an honor to suffer through my pain. It was an honor to be with somebody that didn't care if this self-destruct. I was self-destructing, and I was bringing her in with me. I was like, I don't care how bad I self-destruct. You're coming with me. You're gonna have a situation where we're both going down. And I don't think I wanted to be the guy that says, "Yo, we're both going down," but unconsciously and in reality I was bringing her down with me, and I didn't understand that. So when she abandoned me, when I saw that she abandoned me, I was like, why did you abandon me? But the real thing is I abandoned her far before she abandoned me, and the reason why this relationship didn't work, it was because of me. It wasn't because what she did. It was because of how I treated her, what pushed her to act the way she did. And again, the intention, my intention was to cause a reaction, and the reaction destroyed me. But it also helped me become the person I am today. It also helped me become the person that's able to understand that "Can You Feel My Heart" is a song about someone in pain. It's about somebody who doesn't understand how to get out of it, and it's about a person that grew up to be able to understand that I know how you feel. I know how hard it is, but that's not the right way. And I think this is evolution. I think the reason why I'm doing "Can You Feel My Heart" is because we heard a song from Bibi Fogosa, who did a remake with the lyrics, and she took the song and she made it like a pop country electric. She made it like a club music, a music you dance to, right? And I was mad at her, but me understanding that it's not from a good place. This song is, how much as I love it, is flawed. Like the singer is in a bad place and he's not doing the right thing to heal, being able to evolve, right? I'm thinking about, as always, I'm a huge content consumer. I'm seeing Ronnie Radke with "The Drug in Me Is You," and "The Drug in Me Is You" is a song about a guy who's in pain, right? The drug in me is you, and I'm so high on misery, can't you see? And it's about his band abandoning him. And then we have the other version that came out years later, Reimagine, where he realized that this song was flawed. And "Can You Feel My Heart" is the same thing, is people evolving and understanding that this is not the way to heal. Right? As always, I love you guys. Peace.